Right, we're back. Another weekend scores and updates video. Here's a story. So, online, this guy put up this handmade Milholland bike for $350. Way underpriced. First thought maybe stolen, maybe I try to recover it. Milholland is a frame builder here. Back in like 2010, I bought my first frame jig and maybe fork jig and some other little bits from him when he was selling a bunch of his earlier Brugnelli stuff. He'd upgrade to anvil. So I met him to his shop. He was super cool. He built frames for himself. I think he went maybe to Chris King and maybe to Speedwagon and was their head builders for a while when he was sick of doing it for himself. I think he's still around. Super cool guy. So we had that bike and I was like, I'm going out of town, I'm broke. If it hasn't sold by tomorrow, I'm gonna get it. I posted on Instagram and then it sold. He messaged me, it sold. I'm like, cool. It's too small for me. I really wanted it. It was pretty hot. It would have been a great like town bike, but it was too small for me. And I wouldn't want to do a bunch of expensive stuff to it. And I posted on Instagram, like, who bought this? But apparently whoever bought it doesn't follow me. We didn't feel like sharing. Somebody got a really good deal. But I told the guy I was really looking for something bigger, like a 58. I was looking for something with candy bosses that could fit like 35s or 38C tires. Maybe I was thinking probably end up settling for like a 90s cross bike or maybe even a Surly or something. But it's like I have one bike. And he shared this with me. Specialized Expedition. 1983. These are awesome bikes. I've had several customers over the years get these and they got to work on them and they're great. Even though it's an 83, it's actually a 700C bike. Specialized flag cranks, but with their touring rings derailleur. It wouldn't have had this light action derailleur. It's got Suntour shifters, it's got a Suntour like Mountech front derailleur, so I don't really know what it would come with. It's got Dior brakes. It's got superb Pro levers. So, you know, it's got a nice specialized stem and bar. It's been around, it's got a little bit of damage under here, which I don't think is frame damage, I think maybe it's pump or it's chip. There's nothing going on weird anywhere that I've noticed so far. I'm probably going to pull this apart today or tomorrow. I think this might work for my hand-built wheels that Old Stoic Wheels made me. So it's a new old stock Tiagra rear hub. It's the light gray one. It's really like 9-speed, 10-speed. And this brand new Panasonic Dynamo hub to these new old stock Velocity Dyads, which is a pretty wide rim. So I really don't want to go less than 32. I really want to go 35 or 38s. It's gorgeous dyads, and I have a whole very lightly used Tiagra 10-speed group that I bought during COVID. So you couldn't get anything. It's a long cage rear derailleur. I think it's a front derailleur. And flat bar shifter. So I'm thinking about doing this bike up with some cool Nitto bars, the flat bar shifters, you know, some cool brake levers. Maybe modern brakes, depends if they only fit vintage brakes or not, and maybe keeping these Diors. So I gotta play with it and see if these wide 700C rims will fit in this bike. It's got plenty of clearance. I think 38s and fenders should be no problem. I think. So he told me he had this, he sent me the one picture. I was totally excited. I'm actually gonna show his card. So this is the guy. I wasn't sure if he was legit or if it was sketchy. So I went out to his shop and he has a cool shot of the storage shed. He bought a shipping container, so kind of a big driveway, put that on there, made that into his bike shop. And he said he just restores bikes for fun and sells them really cheap. Basically just breaking even, he's not trying to make any money. It's just like a hobby, he's got like a real job that pays real money. So it's just like his fun thing to do. And he was super nice and he registered all of his bikes. I can't remember. I want to say Bike Flights, but that's not right. Bike Index, which is like a local Portland company that tracks serial numbers and photos and descriptions of your bikes in case they get stolen, to help make it easier for you to find, to make it easier if I buy a weird bike to go check and see if it's listed. You know, make it easier for the police who don't actually care and probably won't check if you give them your bike. They won't even take a report if you don't have the serial number. If whoever finds it can even find the serial number or cares, or whether it's donate to Goodwill. So $200, he said, with no wheels. And then I got there, he's like, oh, the tires held there. I pumped it up so you test ride it. And I'm like, yeah, cool. He's like, $200 for that wheels. I'm like, well, just out of curiosity, what would you want for the wheels? He said, throw another $25. I was like, I can't not get what looked like an obviously good set of wheels, like very low miles. $25. The rear is the original Specialized hub. But I think they put it's got a Specialized skewer. But the front has been rebuilt. It's got a campy, probably like Tipo, low flange front hub with all DT Swiss spokes on the matching rim. It's a pretty cool wheel set. I wish the back was campy too, because I'm planning on doing the 650B Allegro project, and I was like, man, I might just 700C it for a while. These nice vintagey wheels, if they're in good shape. So we'll see. So it really wouldn't change much of the build, other than wheels, tires, and fenders. And brakes. I wouldn't have to braze any brakes on yet. Or find vintagey French canties, which one of my other friends from Salvage Sales got at Salvage Sales. But he has a bike he wants to put them on. But it's like a nice tandem. Like those, he said the brakes are really rusty and crusty. I'm like, don't do it. I've been trying to talk him into it. I'm like, I'll trade you whatever you want. I have a little Specialized rock hopper early 80s mountain bike, and he said he's really into that stuff. So I'm going to give him that frame to butter him up. I bought it just for parts. And the frame's too small for me. So I'm going to give that to him, butter up, see if he'll kick me down some Mayfac rusty, crusty candies, cheap. Everything on this bike's rusty and crusty. I think it'd be totally fine. This is the problem. I always tell customers they should do one project at a time. This gets overwhelming. You can't keep track and forget what stuff you're getting. You spend all your money all over, so you can't ever actually finish anything. But I do not take my own advice. In this expedition, I was so excited about. 58 is my size. The paint's pretty nice. The logos are fantastic. I'm pretty sure the sticker is supposed to be yellow and red, and it's totally sun faded. It's got a little pitting on the headset, which is, of course, the original headset. So I might just chrome clean it, or just save the nut and put the nut over a Tonga headset and not care. So it's totally, if I pull this apart and everything checks out, it's cool. It's going to keep it. But I stood over, it's got 723s on it. Like 23s. I stood over it and it's too tall. I like a tall bike, and this bike is, I like a bike that's at least a centimeter too tall. This bike is legitimately 2 centimeters too tall. It's really more of like a 59. It's got a really short top tube. I don't like that. I like cruiser bars. I like kind of a longer top tube, unless I'm going to ride drop bars in a rando bag. Then I'll do a shorter top tube and a short stem. So it doesn't really fit me, so I think this might be the bike for that Tiago group. So I'm excited. That build's coming. One guy who watches these videos, thank you, he's been commenting that I really shouldn't be starting all these new projects, and I should really build that Schwinn Paramount. I think I am going to say yes and do that next, because it's cool. And spring's coming. I got to stop talking so much and start building more. I've almost finished the Peugeot video. I had like an hour to kill yesterday, and I went to go take another test ride, and the front tire's flat. Because something's clicking on it. You'll see in that video. Just an intermittent click. It might be a chain pin. It's probably the single speed freewheel. I was going to lube the chain and try it again, and maybe flip the wheel to the fixed side and try it again. Peugeot's hot. It's too big. It's a 59 with 27-inch wheels, and I can stand over it. It's real big, but it's fine. It's a real beater. I don't know if I'll sell it. If I don't, I might leave it with my friend Lindsay's, so I have a summer bike over her house all the time. We go, me and her and my sister go on little rides sometimes, and her boyfriend's always ride his bike over, and I built her a nice bike. So we do some rides. But for real, these expeditions are really the nicest touring bike ever. I think they're designed by Jim Murs, the famous 70s frame builder when he went to work for Specialized. So they have gorgeous lugs and good geometry and subtle nerdiness. What a turdsicle! Oh, that is heavy. Well, this bike's cooler than I thought. So then I went to Salvage Sales, and most of the usual crew was there. My main rival for buying vintagey cool parts was not there today, so I got all the stuff. He usually gets I usually want everything in his pile. There wasn't that much stuff. So, went to Salvage Sales, and as usual, all the pro mechanics and guys who own shops, they run in and they buy all the bikes to take and fix up. And I swear this one got grabbed up, and then it got ungrabbed up. So at the last second I saw it, and I was like, well, I don't care, but then I realized it's got Dior dummies, Dior levers, Dior brakes. It's got Dior cranks, the logo's missing on this side. They look pretty nice. The rings look okay. It's got Dior rear derailleur, which is pretty slop-tastic. This might be friction only. It's got the wrong barrel adjuster and it's in upside down. Barrel adjuster's been taken out, put back on incorrectly. Weird indexy, modern housing. And it's only got boring exarge, sealed mechanism hubs, single-walled alloy rims. They're kind of cool though. So I probably will give away the rims, the wheels, and the tires. Because I don't care. Maybe they're fine. Maybe I should build up one of these old mountain bikes in a commuter. I got plenty of frames now. It's got a True Temper sticker on it, which is kind of cool. Sipago Access. Never heard of it. I have no idea if it's cool or not. But it is heavy and it is wingnutty, and they said $30. And $30, I want those shifters for $30, man. I wanted to use them on a build the other day. So I got this, and I'm gonna tear it down for parts and throw the wheels and the frame in the back of my truck bed as it just overflows full of scrap bike stuff, because I haven't driven my truck in a few months because it's winter and I'm lazy and I don't know why. And it doesn't like the cold, but I need to get it going again. I'm sure it'll probably just fire right up. Honestly, that truck's kind of magic. So it's getting torn down, and then let's look at my goodies and grab bags. Hella! Can you see my sweet twinkly, well, not twinkly, they're just on the LED Christmas lights. I got those, and I got a remote switch. It's like an extension cord, but the other side's just a plug, and this side's got a switch. And I can zip tie this to my bedstand because it's totally cool for reading and a nice mood in here, a little ambiance. So I went and I dug and I scored and I bought some stuff I shouldn't have. We had 2 copies of Bike Quarterly donated. I haven't read Bike Quarterly in probably 4 or 5 years. I used to advertise in Bike Quarterly when we had the custom shop and I was building frames. If you want to get really uptight about bikes and convince yourself that you absolutely have to have a $7,000 plus bike to be happy and buy all the latest gear, this is the one. So he puts out this magazine. Then he was selling Compass branded stuff. Then he bought the Renee Hurst name. So now he's selling Renee Hurst branded ultra lightweight tires. Now he's selling gravel tires, and he sells racks and dynamite. He just really imports a lot of stuff and gets the Japanese to make a lot of really polished, classic-y stuff. I kind of stopped reading because everyone kept telling me it was pretentious. I shouldn't have listened, even though it was. And because he started getting into more modern bikes. Too many gravel bikes and just stuff I don't care about. I know he's trying to be more inclusive, but I want those classic-y pretty bikes, man. A lot of tech articles. JP Weigel writes a bunch of tech articles for this. He's like a famous frame builder that I love and emulate as much as possible. So it's pretty cool. I'm excited to read a couple more issues. I used to have like every issue ever, and I sold them all. So I got 2 bags of stuff. 2 bags. Let's start with this bag. I guess we can start with these sweet handlebars. So I got a couple handlebars. I wanted to go look, and some other kid got to the bars first, and he was looking at this one. And he was going to get it, and I was like, I don't know. And I told him, like, hey, you know, this is the weird one. So it's like a Velo Orange. I don't know if it's the Postino or a Potour. But it's real narrow, and it's oversized. So it's like road bike size. So it's made for inverse levers or oversized brake levers, which are very rare. Velo Orange made their own for a minute. So it's really not made. You can't put shifters, normal brake levers. Normal grips are a bit of a stretch to get on here, too. So I warned him of that, and he decided not to get it, so I did get it. I decided I wasn't gonna, but I couldn't help myself. It'll be cool on a single speed, or on a bike with stem shifters, or down tubes, or whatever. I do have a nice set of Velo Orange inverse bar levelers with like little gum hoods that I got at Salvage sales a couple weeks ago, like brand new in the package, so maybe this will clean up, maybe I'll use it on a build, maybe I'll put it on eBay for like $10, who cares. I grabbed one pretty cool Saint Estienne Bellerie French handlebar. It looks pretty straight. I measured it. It's 43 outside to outside, 40 not really center to center. That's how the old French stuff is. It's kind of heavy. It's probably not the nicer one, but it's a cool French bar in good shape. The trick I've been doing is picking a point on here, like right dead center, so there's like little machined lines on here. I'm going to measure from the center of the bar on each side. So that'll help tell me if that number is exactly the same. You know the bar is probably straight. If that number is different, then one side's probably bent in. But yeah, these old Bell rebars I've always liked because they have like the cool little logos and badging in them. And that's neat. And they're Frenchy. Found one thing of brand new white Bone Traeger handlebar tape. I never do drop bar bikes, but you know, I will one day. Carl brought a free box before it started. He's gonna go put it on the curb. We dug through, made fun of it. It's a lot of old used gloves. And here's one set of Grand Comp brake levers, not the modern ones, so they're still vintage, with the correct barrel adjusters. Logos are rubbed off, but they're barely scruffy at all. Logos are from one side, not the other. These are awesome old Japanese, really high end. This is like the rival for Diacom's version of Suntour Superb Pro or Campy. There's no hoods, but they've been remaking these for about a decade now, and I can get the hoods for like $14 retail. I think I still have one wholesale account on the DL. Thanks for sponsoring me, guys. I'm not going to say who. I'm going to blow up their spot, but I can get the hoods from them for like, I think $7 or $8. I need to do an order anyways for some hardware and some little things, so that is cool. Let's see, what else? Oh, and for some reason, not with the brakes, but over with the junk, the bar tape. And that same kid who got the Velo Orange bar, he beat me here, but then changed his mind. More new old stock brake pads. $7. These are probably quite a few years old, especially this one, the old package. But they're brand new. They're in a sealed package. I bet they're still plenty soft and stoppy. People just donate their old bike shops. They just donate all their old gear, stuff that's been kicking around boxes for years. I don't even look through all the time. So they get donations, and old shops go to business and donate their stuff, like all that. If you watch the last couple of my Scores videos, I got a bunch of stuff from REI because they closed in Portland because crime. So yeah, one set of Dura 2 fronts, another set of Dura typed fronts, which are basically the exact same pad, I think. Pretty sure. They do make some weird ones for very specific, like 1 year only Dura-Ace or campy stuff. And a nice matching pair of V-brake or long brake pads. So this consumables are the best. Like free chains, free cassettes, free brake pads, because that stuff's expensive. You use it like all the time. There's also a massive bin of chain rings. I'm like, dude. So he's been setting out some of the newer stuff on this bench, and it's not by pound. Like most of the stuff's by pound. But he's trying to make more and more stuff not by pound. Raise the prices, and I was like, well, why did you just close the regular shop? Just keep trying to sell all the stuff for regular prices. There's a big bin of chain rings, and I'm like, dude, chain rings, are they individual price? They by the pound? He's like, they can be by the pound. I was like, yes, I want them all. And he's like, you can't have them all. You only get 5. So I can get the rest next time. I gotta save some for other people. So I showed restraint and only got this many, which is not 5, which is definitely only like a third. Some other people got a bunch too, and I'll definitely get a bunch next week. I got some weird ones. And there's a few of these. Oh, I kind of want them. It's so winged. What's wrong with me? So I got a Stronglight 42 tooth. I think these are 118 BCD. So it's a weird BCD. A lot of SR cranks, some Japanese touring stuff came in the 118 BCD. And I got what appears to be an almost new, and there's another one of these almost new, 39 tooth 118 BCD. And like 2 months ago at Salvage sale, I got a mint condition set of the SR cranks 118. So I might go one by, bro. A little 39 tooth action. Or I can even use this polishy Stronglight 42, except for this ring might actually be worth some dough. People are looking for the Stronglights, but people don't care about the SR. This I was amazed by. It looks to be brand new. I see no witness marks of any kind that's ever been on a bike. Black Spire 94 BCD by 34 chain ring. So 90s mountain bike, more compact chain rings, brand new. So Black Spires are the jam. I remember buying one for wholesale for like $40 for like a bike, in 2005 or something. I got another, I'm pretty sure it's a 110 middle ring 36. I love me 34s and 36s because my knees are bad, and my legs are bad, and my tummy's big. So I'm just going smaller and smaller all the time. I used to be like, oh, I can't even spin that stuff. It's ridiculous. I'm going to brute through big rings. And now I'm like, no, bro. A couple more. A 34 110 BCD. A 36 110. These are like my favorite sizes, and I have a few, but hoarding. So I'm already over 5, but I tried to be good. A very nice, I mean, immaculate, because who can push that? No chain rub at all. It looks like it's a takeoff. It's so clean. This might have never even had a chain on it. It definitely had chain ring bolts on it, so it's a takeoff. Shimano 50-tooth 110 ring. So this would have been on higher end vintage 80s touring cranks. These are lovely. Too big for me. I sell them on eBay. People buy them. Found another little Sagino. It's definitely been installed. I see no real evidence of any wear. Stickers all right, so some shop wear, kicking around, takeoff, little chain ring. I got one of these brand new in the bag last time from REI. And one dirty set of compact FSA with T30 Torx chain ring bolts, cool bow. 4630 chain rings in silver. I got a set of these in black off eBay for like $40 on clearance to use on the Tiagra build, but these nice silver ones, if these clean up and don't look totally dead, I might use these because it's kind of cooler. Dug through the saddles, nothing super cool. Here's one more Terry Buzz Off titanium railed saddle. I already have a couple of these that have come on bikes recently, but I have this Terry project. Maybe I'll love it. What do I know? It's got the old man cut out. Maybe I'll just love it. I want to put these on all my bikes now. So I got this one little Terry Buzz Off tie railed saddle. I mean, $2 a pound. The nicer stuff is cheaper because it's so light. One little Fuji 27.2 glass black seat post. I've always wanted gloss black seat posts when I do the weird fixies and stuff. It looks complete. All the stuff's there. There's a good chance I can get the Fuji logos off if I want. That free soap, that bike wash I've been using from there has been taken. Some logos off, some stuff. Just have to be careful with it. So a little Fuji seat post, then found one little bag of hardware, some light mounts, and a couple little M6 bolts. You know, just some stuff. I wanted it, I grabbed it. I found another little bag in the free box, has one chain pin, and if the chain pins aren't labeled, they're no good to me. I won't put the wrong pin and stuff. And several little brand new ferrules. Some little Durace ferrules and stuff, so I need ferrules. One cool Canny Boss bolt. I think I got this last time, so maybe I have the match already. The first bin I went and checked. Everybody else goes and looks at those bikes because they want $30 project junkers, and I don't, except for the one I just bought. I went to the derailleurs because that's where the fire is usually. Oh, one more little bag of hardware. It's got the funny little super like half mil, quarter mil headset spacers. I don't know. It's got some junk. And here is the fire. Okay, I found a few shifters and derailleurs. Here's a shifter. It's Dior. It's either 9 or 10. And let's put it all the way down. So Dior, index, trigger. It says Dionysus. I don't know if that means something or not. So 1, 2. No, do this all around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Dior 10-speed shifter. Cool. It's got a little crack in the little stupid plastic. Is that a crack in the plastic? No, I think this is the way it's designed. Whatever, I don't know. They were always throwing away Dior 9 and 10-speed shifters, and I think that's hot. Got another little 9-speed Tiagra rear derailleur. The last one I had sold for like $20. And I have the matching cranks to this. And it's, you know, a little modern-y, but it's still kind of silver and black. Like, I might use this on a build. I got one Wingnutty SRAM X9 rear derailleur because it was kind of polishy silver. I don't really use SRAM stuff, but it always sells on eBay if I put it up pretty cheap. One long cage Shimano. How do you even tell, man? Wingnutty modern-y rear SLX derailleur. I bet it's 10 speed. Maybe there's numbers on them. I can look it up and figure it out. I bet it would work with that Dior shifter I just got. That'd be cool. Oh, I also got this Dior derailleur, which is really banged up. But I think this is... No, it's 9-speed. It's like the modern-y 9-speed. But, I mean, it looks fine. It might work. It's long cagey. Definitely got to do something with a big cassette and a long cage and all that modern stuff the kids are into. I grabbed this 8-speed STX RC silver long cage derailleur. And why did I grab this? Because the RB2 I built for my roommate, it falls off, it pops off once in a while. I used like a wolf tooth road link with a short cage original rear derailleur, and it just doesn't suck enough chain to keep the tension on it right. So I need to put a long cage rear derailleur on and see if that instead of the wolf tooth and see if that works. So that'll be a video I'll do soon. And I just can't bear to part with any of mine. So I got a cheapy silver one. It'll be totally fine. And I also got this Dior LX for the exact same reason. It's cheapy and it's silver and it'll be totally fine. It's got the wrong nut. It's missing the barrel adjuster, but I always save the barrel adjusters from dead derailleurs. Feels weird though. Oh, it's definitely got the wrong pinch bolt in, and the pinch bolt is dragging on the body right there, causing a little friction. So, but I do save the pinch bolts from some of these derailleurs too, so I definitely have an extra barrel adjuster. I definitely have the right pinch bolt. So I can make this otherwise very clean looking LX work on her bike too, maybe. If it's not bent or weird or anything. Whatever, one of these will go on her bike. And I went back to the brakes looking for pads, and there weren't any in there. I'm glad I found them later. One black rear, kind of medium-y reach, sort of generic-y dual pivot brake. This will be great for some fixed gear project. I can always use a longer recessed nut and make it a front. It's got a big window. It's kind of cool. One black rear, really cheapy, same thing. It's got brand new brake pads. It might be a takeoff off a bike. I don't know, it's cool. There's another brake there I keep not buying. Probably will next time. Dug around their hardware bin, got a few more little hardwares because I cannot help myself. One rubber nipple cover for fender stays. After you cut them down, they're all sharp. 1 1/8" front hanger because I don't have any. But I do have the little nipple thing that goes in it. A couple of valve caps, why not? A couple of cool little M5 bolts with big, domey, cool heads. I like proprietary hardware. I like cool round machined heads, and I replace proprietary cool looking hardware with ugly, dorky, modern, stainless, just hardware store stuff. It just sort of takes away from the magic of the bike part. One more single speed chainring bolt. I got 2 last time. One random big black barrel adjuster with a little deuter. I don't know, I just hoard stuff because you need it sometimes, you don't have it. But if you hoard it, you never have the right one. So that's hilarious. This is later. Found a set of just crappy hybrid pedals in the free box. I grabbed them. I'll put them on something. Got another set of single speed cranks. They're nothing on the outside, only machined on the inside. Direct bolt mount. They're FSA Veros. They're 170s. I couldn't help myself. They were $10. What's wrong with me? Now I have like 5 sets of cheap, weird, modern single speed cranks. Some more tools got put out from REI. It looks like a more or less complete set of cone wrenches. Cone wrenches are too valuable, and I keep getting really nice sets, so I keep selling them for like $40-50 used on eBay. And then I need a weird size for something. I don't have one. So these ones are a little bit chewy, pretty used, a little scruffy, all painted up from their workbench. So I'm not going to sell them. They charged me $2 a piece for them. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, $14. Way better than 45. So now I have a real set of cone wrenches. And now that I have them, I'll probably never need to do the weird sizes. So he put out, he said I was going to love it. He put out all of his campy stuff. All the shop stuff campy, no one cares. I don't care about campy stuff. I like pre-83 campy stuff. I like Nova Record, early Grand Sport. I like the cool old stuff. I don't care about the decades of weird later 80s and 90s and expensive and finicky and not working grifters and blah, blah, blah. Plus I didn't care, but I went and dug through anyways. Let's see what I got. I grabbed the 2 skewers in there. I could not help myself. This is an old flat skewer with the little doodadder. Brev Campy. I have no idea. It could be, I don't even know how to tell most of this stuff apart. It could be Nova Record. It could be Grand Sport. It could be anything. One later curved skewer. It's a front. It's got the little dude. That looks older to me. I don't know. Campy skewers. Front and rear. I won't use quick releases anymore. There was 4 axles in there. I only grabbed 2. And one is slightly longer than the other. I'm guessing one is probably 120. The other one's probably 122 or 124. Seriously doubt it's long enough to be 126. But maybe it is. Maybe it's been cut down. There was like 3 or 4 of the shorter ones. Or 3 or 4 of the longer ones. So I grabbed one short, one long, because I'm probably going to build 120. I have broken every freewheel hub I've ever ridden, if I ride it long enough, basically, because I'm heavy, except for Campagnolo. Their axles are far superior to just about anybody else's old quick release hubs. There's a set of cones in there. I do not actually know if they're matched. They don't look like record cones to me. Maybe they're Tipo, but there's something else. But, you know, a nice set of Campy cones. And there was one red shifty boot. I couldn't help myself. They say Campy. They're fun. So I grabbed that. I wasn't going to grab any of this Campy junk. And it all looked like really modern stuff. But I had to look at the rings. I'm an idiot. And I found a couple. So this is a Campy 46 tooth. Clearly Novo Record era. So it's either, I keep wanting to be 1/8 inch. I keep wanting to be a track ring, and it's just not. It's not. I don't think it is. It's not a track ring, but great for a single speed or a track bike or someone who just thinks that 42s are for sissies. Because young people are psychos. And it's in like minty condition because it's too big to ride, so I'm trying to replace it immediately with a 42 or I think Campy even made 41s. They're 144 BCD. So I had to have it. And then there's in this bag there's another set of rings. And they are clearly Super Record. Brev Campagnolo 52 outer, which is in 95% good shape. And a 42 inner, which is toast. It's toast. It's garbage. I mean, unless you want to run it as a single speed on instead of running on the inside, but on the outside and the back side is like brand new again if you want to do a little 1x or single speed action. But also people pay money for dead Campy rings. They're crazy. So these might go eBays. They might get saved for something. I'll probably just put them on eBay. But I like old Campy. And then BMX Gary was back today, which was exciting. He's been gone for, it feels like a few Sunday salvage sales. He's helping his mom move out to the coast from Montana or something. I found 3 BMX brake brake calipers and gave them to him. He was excited to see them. He got some junk. And he helped me walk all the stuff out to my car. I walked the bike out, which was nice. And then we went over to Bike Farm afterwards, and he found a couple of random junks. And I found one random junk, and one employee even saw it. I was like, what, did you find that here? I was like, yeah, bro, is that a bin of stems, dude? This is a mountain bike stem, so it's not cool, unless you're into mountain bikes. But the paint's pretty decent. It's a little scruffy up here, but it's not like all rusty and fitted through. It's a nice finish. And it says Richie Force engraved into there. Do I want a silver stem for my new project? Yes. Do I want this for it? Not really. But I might use this with those Nitto Chromo swoopy bars because it's a nice Chromo Richie stem. It's a little heavy duty too, I like. It's got a really nice pretty cap, good chrome on the bolts, the lighter wedge. So I do believe that these Richie 4 stems are made by Nitto for them. But, you know, it's a stem. They charge like $5 for stems. I couldn't not get it. This might be perfect. Maybe. It's not giving me very much height. So I don't know. I have several steel stems. I want to use a steel stem, but like none of them are like quite what I want. So that is my haul. I've still got my box of stuff from tearing down the Novara and whatever that last parts bike was. Parts got to clean and get on eBay. eBay's finally picked up a little teeny bit this week. You know, like $400 in sales already instead of like $150 in sales. So I might even make rent. I sold my Expedition, my big stupid SUV I bought when I was at the post office, for a third of what I wanted for it. But I was afraid I was going to make rent otherwise, so I sold it to a guy who showed up in cash in hand. Tomcat from Tomcat Bikes, he called me and said another one of the consignment bikes, I have 3 there. One sold January, one just sold yesterday, and there's one left, so he's going to give me a check. So between eBay and Tomcats, I'll probably make rent, and I can blow all my Expedition money turning cars into bike parts. And I go pick up that new wheel set from Stowe that's been done for like a month, and that's probably gonna be $500 or $600, and build some bikes, pay some rent, go buy some groceries. I don't know. I paid for this stuff. He said he charged, I think he was down to $50 or $60 for all this junk, and then another $30 for the bike, but he only charged me $80. So maybe bad math, or maybe give me a deal. And then $5 for the stem. So $80 for this stuff, and $225 for that Specialized. So for being super broke, I'm buying some parts. I have some of the bike stands, those double armed professional stands that I got last time at Sunday Salvage Sales. I got the clamp arms for. I got those up on Craigslist and Facebook, and I've had quite a bit of interest, but no one's coughed up any cashola. But I don't really mind keeping those in case I ever start another shop, you know? In case I want to buy myself a job, because that's what starting a bike shop is. You are buying yourself monotonous, full-time plus job, because you're doing the administrative stuff and answering all the emails and working on the website and trying to get tax stuff organized. When you can just go to any other shop in town and get a job, it probably pays more with no responsibility. So I might save them for that. No one buys them. I can stuff them in my closet. Lol, I cannot. There's no room in my closet. This is a pretty good haul for like $50, man. I mean, eat your hearts out. So thanks for watching my junk. And maybe I'll go actually work on some bikes now. Maybe, probably tomorrow. It's probably almost dog park time. Thanks for watching.